So today we have some special guests with us to join Devin and I on our podcast. They're very important parts of this team that we've formed. Jose to my left is my real estate agent who I adore and I think he's fantastic. He's with Christie's. And then you want to introduce your assistant? And then I'll introduce mine.
Zahira, she's on my team. She assists me with buyers and sellers and as well as doing her own business too. Zahira Ulloa.
And looks fabulous while she does
Thank
it.
Thank you. Are we all going to do our own little intro here? Or are we just kind of...
then
this is Devin here, the fabulous...
the fabulous Devin, who we've seen before on the last podcast, on our very first one. He's my lovely assistant. We never fight. We get along swimmingly.
Never fight.
Are you guys lying? Is that real?
No, it's actually pretty honest. Yeah.
Aww,
sometimes
I
we
love that.
We don't fight. We get annoyed with each other.
Barely. But in the Italy trip, you're like, you know what? We get along so good. Like, if we do have a little fight, we need to just squash it and just get back.
And move on. Because
That's the best way to do it. Yeah.
No, it's no one is perfect. You're going to find something with everybody.
Of course. Of course.
You're not my first assistant.
Oh,
and she told me that last night.
I did. And then he wanted to know all about the last assistant.
I was shook.
So we have fortunately acquired this house in Silver Lake that is enormous.
Wait, did you say unfortunately?
I know.
No, fortunately.
Oh, okay.
Fortune. I'm going to make a fortune.
Because it was a process.
Fortunately, you're going to make a fortune.
That's
there
right.
You go.
Exactly.
There's a good tagline.
So we acquired the house. We talked about that the last podcast. For people that did not see the first one, I'll just give a really quick brief synopsis of how we acquired it. It was really strange.
Yeah.
Jose was bidding against a bot.
Machine, it's the future, right?
And it was AI, and it was a foreclosure, and we got the home from the bank. It looked awful. It had giant steel grids over every, I almost said orifice, but like opening door, garage door. It looked weird, and the staging was AI, and it
looked like
heinous.
a doomsday bunker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, essentially?
I don't even think it was AI. I think it was like Photoshop, where they literally just placed couches on top of the real picture that they put and bed and stuff like that to make it look like this is what it could be, with still the dog windows in the background. You could see the little...
You didn't say it right.
Dogs.
Sorry. Dogs. DAWGS. Dog.
Oh,
shout out to dog.
Exactly.
I don't know about a shout out.
Yeah. Well, they're getting it.
Well, they sponsor the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. They'll get more business. They did a great job.
Need safety for your home? Get the dogs.
Dogs.
Wow, you got the New York accent. Pretty good.
In the front, though, of the garage, right in front of the big steel plate, they staged it with like furniture, almost like who's going to put furniture in front of their garage? It was so odd that I was like, I'm going to like poke around here and see what we can do. So I reached out to Jose, and then Jose, what happened? You start negotiating with the bank.
Yeah. Sorry.
The bot.
But yeah, so everything's through a portal, which is very not common for people who aren't familiar with real estate.
Right.
We communicate with people, not bots. But we had to communicate through this portal.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tell if there was a human on the other end. And they were negotiating in such a strange way that we had to go, I don't know how many rounds. I think it was like 6 or 7, or was that many?
The negotiation, it was very obvious it was a bot. Because at first, we didn't know that, right? And I was like, in LA to get the house, you got to like jump in. I lowballed them at 1.5 million, and they had it listed at 2.2, but it had been sitting there for a long time. So we went in at 1.5, but then when I countered in LA, normally you got to counter, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys are the ones like doing the stuff. the real estate stuff. I'm just doing the
Yeah.
renovation stuff. You got to come back with at least 25K or something, right?
Yeah, you got to size.
come in strong, yeah.
We negotiate in like 25 to 50K increments, if not more.
Yeah.
At this price point.
Because
Yeah.
people will get annoyed with you, right? Because they're like bidding, other people are bidding, and then if you just get these little dinky bids of like, oh, $2,000, $3,000, $1,500, it's
It's like you're not serious. You're
Yeah.
not a serious.
that's right.
And the majority of our deals are 1 or 2 rounds,
Yeah.
not more than that.
You guys
It's
have
very
so
odd to go over
many
that.
counter
Yeah.
rounds.
So since we were
How
on,
many?
I think 8.
It was something
think it was
crazy.
8.
It was the most I've ever had in my career.
That's
So
a lot.
Yeah.
after like the second one, I started kind of like trying to see if there was some type of algorithm or something. And then I said, let's not bid so high. Let's not throw in 20 grand or something like that. Let's throw in like, did I say 5?
I think so. Yeah.
I think at one point I even said 2,500.
I gotta print out the.
It was low for LA though. For LA, we were low
Yeah, we
balling.
were- yeah.
Super low.
And then you even did Chat GPT, correct?
Yeah, remember to predict what his next move was. And it was pretty
What-
accurate.
Oh
no,
my
it wasn't.
Was it? I
You
thought it
said
was.
we're going to land at 1.685. We landed at 1.572.
Whoa.
Over
Okay, so you remember differently,
$100K. See, he's rolling.
Too
Never
many-
trust AI.
Too many deals.
He's too many deals. He is selling. How many houses have you been selling? Just also, we need to talk about that today.
Yeah.
What kind of houses do you sell? What sells the best? And how much commission did you make last year?
Period.
And will you take us to lunch after this at maybe Boa or something?
SLS.
And you make me blush.
Right.
No, but for real, like how many houses, what kind of houses? Because the audience is now just getting to know you. I know you have over 100,000 Instagram followers and all that jazz, but still I want you to kind of paint a picture of who you are.
Yeah, of course.
Or I wouldn't have you.
Okay. That's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you only work with the best, right?
She hires very aesthetically pleasing people.
Oh,
There you go.
That too. That's true.
hence Devin.
But also, come on, capable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Obviously,
I mean,
yes.
aesthetics come first with a Libra mindset.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Now let's just go down at like a whole horoscope, astrology rabbit hole. Since we're LA, I'm joking.
Oh, it's true.
We're not like
I
that at all.
have crystals in my pocket.
Okay. Nothing says LA more than
Crystal.
But no, for real. Give me a breakdown. Who are you?
Yeah, who am I?
Because I know who you are, but I want you to tell them who you are.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm a director of character homes at Christie's International. So I specialize in homes with unique character, historical or architectural significant. Love a good Spanish, as Shelley
Who
knows.
doesn't?
Yep.
Right? Yeah. And I have
Me too.
I got my a big break on social media. So I started posting on there a lot of homes that I was working with and just admired. And now I have a really big following, over 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I get about 80% of my business from social media, which is pretty unique for real estate agents. And I'm often invited on to podcasts to talk about how I use social media for business.
So this isn't your first.
No.
This is, and he's been on NBC. You need to say that part. I'm not trying to I don't want to inflate you because you might be a little shy, talking about yourself, yada, yada. But you have been on NBC.
it's on HGTV.
HGTV. So it's you're getting recognized.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that's not the only reason I have you though as my real estate agent, because the last home I sold, you got me top dollar for it, an all cash deal. It was the hottest home in LA for a week. Made me very, very, very happy.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a big honor. We were number one, according to Redfin, as the most popular home in LA on the market.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And,
Yeah.
and it was an awesome house.
Yeah.
It was a character
That
home.
house
It
was
wasn't
amazing.
Spanish.
No, yeah. It's
more
like a
modern.
post and beam kind of, mid-century
and it
style. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and on Instagram alone, we were generating over 100,000 views on it.
my
It was going mini viral.
100,000.
Yeah.
But before there was a
Proposed, yeah.
Jose, right? Before there was a Jose, there was a certain somebody for that house.
That's what I thought you were getting
I'm
at
not going to
originally.
mention names.
We're not going to say names,
As an agent, I can't mention
right? She's
other
already she's
brokers or
getting
agents.
stressed just thinking about
But
that.
it was definitely not the person for me, because I've always been like this. I shoot for the moon, and if I don't think you can hang, then it's not a good fit. So they had some massive fails in my humble opinion, and it was really risky for me to continue with this person because what it really comes down to is money, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Why are we all here?
The numbers.
The love of the game, right?
Right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It can be fun, but really,
We'll get into that a little bit later in this cast.
yes, we're driven by,
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to enjoy it in the process, right?
the American dollar,
Yeah.
The American dream.
the American dream.
The American dream. I like that. Yeah.
But I mean, like that's saying the agent that you work with is so important. It's true because
It's everything.
You realize night
it's
and day,
everything.
right?
Oh, yeah.
It's everything. I have to sell the house.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are a part of our team.
And I had I sunk a lot of money into that house. The house. I think this is the perfect segue. The house we have now, I still have to sink a lot of money into, which we'll get to momentarily, which has been stressing me out a lot.
Of course.
However, it's more marketable, in my opinion, because of the neighborhood, even though the other house was in a good neighborhood.
District.
School districts, things like that. It was also in a good school district. But this house I got for a great per square footage amount. And I feel like if I put the same amount of money into this house that I put into the other house, my profit margin is just going to explode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I have to put a lot of money into the house, and I'm freaking out about that. And that is something that Bud wanted us to talk about. And I accidentally just said Bud, but that's okay. There's a lot of Bud producers in LA.
There's a lot of buds.
You're not talking about weed, right?
No, well, we'll do that after the show. Okay. I'm joking. I'm joking. Maybe you're not joking. I'm joking. I have children to care for.
I don't.
So where was I? Help
Segue
me.
into
That's
Bud.
why I have you.
But
So we've gotten some interest and a little bit of traction just from the dinky reels that I've posted on my Instagram, which is Weak Sauce.
And with the podcast that we filmed last month.
Correct. Right. Which is on YouTube, but we will upload the reel like today maybe, so we can get some more traction. We need traction.
We need to upload
They have
it today.
traction. We don't have traction. We need traction.
But I think this is a cool style that you're doing. You know, doing a podcast covering the renovation of the house is not something that you really
unique.
hear or see much. So
Right.
I think this is like a cool new style of doing it.
And Bud, I'm sorry, the producer that's interested, caught us at the right time.
Exactly.
Barely.
Yeah.
Everything.
Because the house is still gutted. It is May. It's not supposed to still be gutted and getting framed and rough plumbing and rough electrical. But our plans are all approved by the city. It's all permitted. Everything's above board. Now we're moving, I feel like, at lightning speed. So that's why I told the producer, this is like kismet. It's like, this
meant
is
to
the
be.
time.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're going to come in, or if a show wants to come in and they want to get their 7 to 8 episodes for their home show
Of the nitty gritty.
of that, this is the time.
Yeah.
And you mentioned rough plumbing, rough electrical, which thank goodness we're doing. We were just a little bit on a rough start.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
But now
Rough plumbing, rough start.
things are, like Shelley just said, lightning speed. And like we're all a little bit more like not being able to sleep at night anymore. But like,
Feeling better.
exactly.
I'll tell you, that's really common. I work with a lot of developers. The renovations are hard.
Yeah.
They're hard. And they're always drama. There's always something going on. There's
On this scale of like
Especially,
almost
yeah.
4,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Worse.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Where it just completely implodes.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they're hard because you know, like you said earlier, it's a lot of money.
It's
a big risk.
It's a lot of money. And then
Yeah.
I'm designing it as if I'm going to live in it. And I think that is the wisest thing to do. And I kind of picked up that trick from my friends who, the wife, she is an accountant. The husband is a general contractor. And they're doing the moving basically every 2 years so you can save on capital gains taxes. Okay, I can't do that. I can't move every 2 years.
Yeah, that's
That's a lot.
I'm like, what's
Especially
something
with
that
kids.
sticks to
Yeah.
something?
what not the opposite of nomad.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
opposite.
I don't know what that is.
I could never be one of those like younger generational, like what is it, Gen Z?
Oh, where they live in a
And they're
van
in the
and
van.
just drive across
No.
country.
Yeah, digital nomad they call
Yeah.
it now.
Are you
called
serious?
That's the term, digital nomad.
Digital nomad.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you work remotely and then you live wherever.
Well, like Shelley really threw us a curveball when you're like, wait, I'm thinking of actually potentially making this my house. Because
That
you
was
originally bought
interesting,
that
yeah.
Ivanhoe house.
Oh yeah, I
to
wasn't gonna
sell,
live there. I
not
love
to
my
live
house.
in it.
I love my house. I just renovated my own house like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The kids love it. I love it. It's got like a giant lawn. I have chickens and ducks, and they have a big trampoline and playground, and there's a giant space for a pool that I've already gotten like. It's all ready to go. Like I've paid for all of the, engineering. We talked about this last podcast, so I won't ramble
Okay.
on about it too long. But I've sunk a lot of money,
Of course.
into the city alone and into geology,
plans.
all of that. But the next person that buys that house, my house, if I do move into the current house that we're renovating, they haven't made in the shade. All you got to do is like pull the trigger.
Yeah,
And
turnkey.
and you get your pull. I need some pills. Some brain pills.
The only thing that I'll say about Coralitas, which I love, it's beautiful. We've all seen
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
It's just not big enough for a growing family. She's got a 7 and 9-year-old. Right now they're on bunk beds, even though they really sleep in mama's bed and they all cuddle and it's beautiful. But they're not
We're
going to want to do
camping every
that
night.
when they're like 13, 14, 15. They're not going to want to share a room with each other on a bunk bed,
Yeah.
share the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes a little bit more sense because they're getting older. They can move into a bigger house that is bike/walking distance to the Silver Lake Reservoir, which
Yeah, the location's perfect.
all times of day, because I work with Shelley and I live 10 minutes away, so I'm driving by there at 3. I'm driving by there at 10 o'clock at the night when it's pitch black. People are always walking the res.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a big selling point too. If you want to live in Silver Lake, oh my God, you could just roll down the street. There you are.
Yeah, that's true. But it comes down to numbers.
Well,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, of course.
So that's what we're going to do. I cannot figure this out. I was all about, getting the house finished by May, and that was just delusional. It's just too big of a house, and it was so weird. And you can see that in some of the footage that we all shot. Like, I'm still looking for my footage with all the blood on the carpet.
Oh,
I know I have it.
we
Someone
couldn't
has
we
it.
have
find
it somewhere.
Someone
That
has
wasn't
it.
in the-
Someone has
No,
it.
I don't
Okay.
think it was in the drive
maybe
because
they
I
go
couldn't
deeper,
find
huh?
it.
Yeah.
No, I have it.
I know, it's in your phone.
I need to find it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
maybe that turned people off on buying it, and that's why we got it for
Yeah.
a steal for Silver Lake to
Right.
be at
The
almost
condition
four-
was scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It was a small amount of blood. It wasn't like a crime scene
Well,
or
just
anything.
for-
Well,
disclosure,
it
it
was
wasn't
weird for us,
confirmed
but
blood.
perfect for Dr. Shelley.
I mean, I can handle that.
Dr. Shelley.
And it wasn't confirmed blood, like Jose said.
And you know
so,
what?
right? We don't know. Yeah.
It was blood.
She said
It
no.
looked like someone was like
Remember our
junkies
conversation?
were
We were gonna say
living in
that we don't
there, and it was a little. And then the neighbors would come up to me and they'd be like, "Do you know what was going on in there? Like, I think they were like shooting some stuff." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like porn? What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, I don't care. I will have a priest come in, bless it. I'm
Yes.
Catholic. We will sage it. It's getting gutted completely. That doesn't deter me at all.
Yeah.
But what's funny is she just said doctor. And you have something to say about that.
Uh-oh.
And that.
Uh-oh.
And what is that, Devin? You need to look at your notes. I don't like it when you have to look at your notes, Devin.
I need the physical copy.
You didn't take a photo of it?
No, I have it, but I also
Do you
need,
want me to tell you what you're supposed to say, Devin?
I could riff. So basically,
I'm kinda playing with
I
you.
just get a little tired of like why you always have to make me call you Doctor Shelley,
Oh,
and it's just kind of a little much.
wait.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Was I supposed to be calling you doctor? as
Dr.
well?
Shelley?
Well, technically, my title is doctor.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Not Ms., not Miss, not Mrs.,
Yeah.
doctor.
Doctor. All right.
It's a little of a stretch. If you want me to be completely humble, and I am.
Well, it took you a lot. I remember still doing your hair when you're like studying and writing these research papers. You earned it.
Well, it's because before I came upon the Mount Washington house, the MCM house that was the post and beam that you sold for an amazing amount of money, all cash. Props to you for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was getting my PhD, my doctorate, because I wasn't sure what my next step was in life because I was fried from working in the hospital. And then when I had the opportunity to buy that house, I sort of compared everything to like the human body, like the electrical is the neurology, the plumbing's gastroenterology, the roofs, the hair, the landscaping's the nails, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, that's why the whole doctor came in. And then, but I did get mad at him once because I'm like, if you don't believe me, maybe you need to see the photo that my mom took at graduation of me on the Jumbotron getting hooded, and it says, Dr. Shelley Seaford.
Wow.
Well, I've yet to see that.
That's my birth name, by the way. That's my birth name. I went by Bennett because I was an actress for years. I was just, well, it's also my ex-husband's last name, which gets a little hairy, but I no slight to him at all. It just, everybody, agents, managers were always like, just go with Shelley Bennett. It's so much easier because the German last name component gets confusing. People misspell it, mispronounce it all the time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know,
that's where Seafrig Restoration, the company comes from.
Yeah, so my company is named Seaford
I'm
Restoration.
just a little tired of the doctor role. Okay, you have it on like, you know how it says like sent from iPhone. Oh no, it says sent from Dr. Shelley Bennett, PhD.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't say that.
Do you want to bet?
It
Like,
says
you've already
Shelley.
lost
It says Shelley S. Bennett, comma
PhD.
Can you insert a screenshot here?
here? PhD.
I can pull it
I think
up.
they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it exists, you'll see it. You'll see
Oh,
it
it
now.
exists.
Oh no!
I know it
I'm really good
exists.
with evidence. I've got it.
Shelley, did you put your contact under that into Devin's phone?
Oh, doctor?
Yeah.
No. So this was before.
I'm not that bad.
No, we did this. I saved her contact like when I was still doing her hair. Well, I still do her hair, but early stages in our relationship. And what I did do is I put Shelley Bennett with a princess emoji after that with a crown because you are such a boss.
There you
Oh,
go.
man.
That's so sweet.
You just saved your job.
The girls saved my job.
Oh yeah, my daughters love Devin, so that does help. I mean, come on. That helps a lot. And he helps
I
me
know.
a lot with them because I'm at the job site a lot. I definitely show my presence. You have to show your presence or else you'll be taken advantage of. I feel like everybody's just a shark and a snake and they just want to, I'm going back to what I said earlier, and that is the almighty dollar. So I've got to watch it, especially on this one. It's a lot of material.
Do you need your notes? Should I just go grab them?
I think that would be really awkward. I think I have them right here.
Did you take a
If you
picture?
do,
I
can
did.
you turn on the camera?
No, it's right here. It's
So-
fine.
Camera
Here we go.
turned off.
Oh, send that to
Okay.
me right
Oh, it turned
now.
off?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to show
Yeah,
it
but
to you.
I need it too.
I like stopped it for
Oh,
a
or
little.
just show
It's,
it
it's
to
just
me.
the
Can you
front
turn it on or
part.
no?
Let me just see.
Just look at it. It's fine. This is cash.
Then I have to move.
We don't need to be super uptight. We're cool. Just don't get up. Sit.
Okay. Can you please stop acting like a bitch?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I am
Okay.
under a lot. Wow, Dev.
Wait, last time you talked, you were. I was interested. You were helping with the kids with the palm trees.
I always help with the kids.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
palm
But
tree.
how
The
that
palm
sorted out? I
trees.
remember you having an issue with that. Did you
He
guys?
couldn't air up the palm trees, and I have an automatic, like a compressor.
Okay, I was in the Boy Scouts. I know how to do certain things. That's why I'm not just this like, hey guys.
Well, I am from the country and like from a family of construction workers.
Your air pump was jacked.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
you,
it was.
You had to hold it in and hold it hard.
I did
You
that.
should know that.
I know holding it in and holding it hard. Thank
Okay.
you.
Devin would know best.
It took me like an hour just to inflate them with the what do you call that? When you go under limbo, the little limbo stick. That was the quickest one. The palm trees were like Katy Perry at the VMAs with dancing sharks. It was that level.
wow.
Yes.
That's huge. And you did it all like.
No,
I had a
an air
compressor.
pump.
Okay.
But it was jacked. Like I
It's
don't know.
not jacked.
If the plug for the palm tree was too small, it was
was
a
not
feat.
cooperating.
Yeah.
So this is a nice segue to the next topic I'd like to discuss, which irritates you sometimes, but I think it's relevant and I hope I'm not offensive. And that is, I need you to act more gay. How do you feel about that?
Well,
Because
okay.
you're killing my game.
Yeah, no. I understand.
Do you want to? Do you want me to take the lead for a moment? No, you go. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously I don't love when Shelley asks me to like ham it up and be more gay. Like it's like pretty apparent, I would think. But then there's Metro guys, so I don't know. But you know, I don't talk with a lisp and I'm always not like this. Sometimes I do catch myself kind of limp-wristed a little bit. To be honest, to be fair. But like if I'm killing Shelley's game, like, are these guys just like kind of too daft and they don't realize that like I'm her best friend, almost like little brother, Manny, house manager, like all of it. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's pretty apparent.
Which men? Who are all these men?
The men that Shelley's potentially dating.
Oh, okay. There's options there.
Well-
Oh, there's always options for Shelley. Come on.
Well, and then I think it was in I almost said
Venice.
Paris.
We were in Venice.
Devin, and we were sharing rooms together in Venice. And Devin is out on the balcony of our hotel with his shirt off. And you did look good. It looked good. It's a very handsome clip. And then you know what he does? He showed, hi, we're in Venice. Isn't it beautiful? And then he pants. He's like, this is our balcony. And I'm like, if people see stuff like that,
They might think that
we're together.
we're more than just.
This is our balcony. You're topless. We're sleeping in the same bed at times to save money.
I see the connotation now. Yes.
Okay.
Well, the other thing I don't really like about you is that
This is taking a turn.
It's okay.
is that like
I have thick skin.
Okay.
you don't think that I listen to you, and sometimes I hear the same story multiple times to the point where I'm finishing the story sentence just to let you know I do listen.
Thank you for listening.
You're welcome. I love you.
This is what it's all
And
about.
From the
I
bottom
love
of
you
my
too.
heart.
But I feel like sometimes you're like staring off into space like a cat. And I have important stuff to do. And I have a lot of money on the line, like $500 to $1 million. I was delusional when I thought I could restore this house. We'll bring it back to the house for $400,000.
I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 12 and prescribed Adderall, maybe even 11. That being said, I can multitask. I could stare off into space and be thinking about whatever, but then I'm like, oh, Shelley's talking. Oh, yeah, for sure. We got that. Yeah, girl, come on. I'm good. I listen.
Okay.
Well, that was a good, moment for you guys to try to hash it out.
Well, no,
Yeah.
this is even going to get better.
Oh.
What I love
There's more.
about Shelley is that she's self-driven and self-made. She did this whole thing all by herself to like get to the position she's in to be able to buy and restore these houses.
And pay in all cash, which also puts me at a risk at times. But
For
keep
auditing.
going. Don't say that.
don't wish that.
Don't bring that into the ethers.
No, I know.
It's all about frequency,
Speak it-
dude.
don't speak it into existence. I know. I was just being a little coy and casual. That you're self-driven, you made it all by yourself, and you're not an oil heiress.
An oil ass.
God bless my ex. He actually said, well, someone's always shaking me down for money. Whether it's Devin, whether it's
Your
my
brother,
baby daddy.
your brother.
No, he's pretty cool. He's pretty self-sufficient. He really is. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
That's
thought I
different.
was like your little brother. And that's my
You also-
last point is that like I love you so much that you've taken me into your wing. You're teaching me under your wing. You're teaching me all these things. And it seems like an older brother or older sister or younger brother role. And I really, really love that you've done all this stuff for me. You're very kind. You're very considerate. You're caring. You have a great sense of humor. It could be a little dark, just like me. But like you really are a really amazing person, Shelley.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm at my wedding.
Yeah, right? I know.
I'm gonna make you my like maid of honor.
She guys hug now?
I thought
matron of honor.
I thought I already was.
You're going to be.
Sorry.
What else are we supposed to cover today?
That was mine. You need to look at yours.
Well, we didn't mention, Shelley, how we met. How you saw one of my posts.
Oh yeah, let's do that, and then we'll do this.
Okay.
Do that, and yeah, go.
Okay, cool.
It's your turn.
Yeah, so, I mean, you originally reached out via Instagram. I alluded to earlier, I get a lot of business that way.
Yep.
I posted a particular house. It was Bob Barker's estate
Yeah.
after he just passed.
I remember that.
Remember, that was amazing.
Beautiful.
And they
Spanish.
tore it all down, right?
I don't know about that.
No, they sold it. They sold
Oh,
it.
I'm
sold,
thinking
yeah,
of
yeah.
Alex
But then
Trebek.
It sold. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
No, Alex Trebek house got like totally redone.
Really?
It's right by Runyon Canyon on Laurel Canyon. Somebody that I used to know, his name is Chris, he went to the estate sale just to see before they like started like literally wrecking ball, tearing the whole thing down.
That's
You see
terrible.
how big the property was. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And now it's probably like a mid-century Cape Cod revival.
Or worse, like a modern farmhouse.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
That's what people love to do.
But back to Bob.
Sorry.
Back to Bob. Carry on.
Yeah, so you reached out because that house was, really had a lot of meaning to you, right?
Well, I won the Showcase Showdown with Bob. Well, when Bob Barker was hosting,
Won, not just appeared, you won.
I won everything.
Wow.
I not everything. I was really close to getting both Showcase Showdowns.
Whoa.
That's still not an easy
What
feat.
games did you play? Do you remember?
I didn't. I thought I played Plinko, but I didn't. I played the rolling the dice game, and he was so mad at me. I remember my brother saying, "I think Bob wanted to take the microphone and beat you over the head because, well, I was like." I'd been up the whole night before to get on the show. It's really hard. You have to wait in line for tickets. And I lived in West Hollywood near CBS. My friends were in town from Santa Claus, Indiana. Yes, that's a true story.
Town?
It's a real town.
Whoa, I didn't know.
It is.
It's Christmas year round there. And it was really hard to get a ticket. But we managed to get tickets. And I got called down on Contestants Row. And long story short, I won the Showcase Showdown. And then when I find out Bob Barker's house is for sale, and now I'm in this house marketing thing, new career, what am I doing next type of move, that is how I found you. I thought you were the listing agent, but you were just like mentioning the house.
Yeah, because it was like such an amazing house.
Yeah, yeah.
So much history. So it was so fun.
It seems like it was just total kismet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I felt like Jose was the most, not just professional, but his personality, it's not too pushy. It's not too passive. I'm looking at all of those things whenever I'm looking for an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that
Not too
overly salesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tacky.
Yeah, right?
It's a finesse.
Yeah.
You have, there's a certain finesse to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like the person you're working with, especially you're going to be on this new journey. You guys are going to be on house hunting together and all this kind of things. You want to
Yeah, all of it.
feel comfortable, not
It's a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then real estate's not really sales. There is an aspect to it, but there's like getting the marketing done, getting the home seen,
Right.
negotiating in escrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it.
No.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
Now, I did not know that before I got myself into this mess. Okay, which is the next some bullets that we needed to cover. And that's the 3 things I hate about houses and these projects. Well, we already talked about money. It's scary. It's really scary
You might
to
go
put
broke.
all your money on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Not all of it.
But a significant amount.
But I'm right now paying taxes on 2 multi-million-dollar homes. That might sound like a champagne problem, but isn't that how Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy way back in the day in like the 90s or something?
Oh, yeah, but he was doing it on a much larger scale, like skyscrapers, casinos, right?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Not-
I feel
yeah.
better. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like
So it's a
better.
good thing. It's risky, but there's also a lot of safety in it because it's housing. It's
Okay.
always a need.
Okay.
And even in recessions, real estate goes up, right? Because the stock market is down.
Right. It's safe.
Yeah.
Because it's a physical asset.
Exactly.
Yeah, look
Not
what the
just
stock
liquid.
market did
Or
not too long
paper.
ago, right? It went bonkers, right? Remember-
Yeah, no, I know.
And so-
I know. But, and then, oh no, I shouldn't say this because you just said those sweet things about me. I hate seeing Devin every day.
Oh, jeez.
It's not that I hate seeing him. I love Devin. I just never get any downtime anymore. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm working like 13-hour days.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
it's
you
not-
are because you have to wake up at 6. You have to get the girls bathed and ready. You have to do their hair. You have to make their lunches. You have to deal with them not wanting to wake up,
Yes, all of it.
throwing them in your car and being like, girls, we got to go to school. Shelley also has never had a truancy
Whoa.
or late.
No tardies?
No tardies.
No tardies.
Come on. Really? That's impressive.
She's a good mom.
That's hard to
She's
do.
doing
I
it all
might-
by herself.
I might drive like,
A
I'm
maniac.
well, like I'm part of the Dukes of Hazzard. But we get there. I'm rolling hot though.
And
We're
you're
coming in hot.
good.
And we're good. I don't care. As long as that gate isn't closed and they slip in at the last minute before they lock those
That's all that
chains.
matters.
It's all that matters.
You guys have such a literal brother-sister dynamic, though.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. You
Yeah.
hate each other, but you love each other at the end of the day.
I wouldn't say hate. Hate's a really strong word.
She just said, I hate
think
seeing
you
Devin
both
every
said
day.
hate a couple times.
Seeing.
Okay.
I think
Oh, there you go.
She didn't say I hate Devin.
There you go.
All
That's
right,
a
my
good
I
point.
stirring the
hate
pot?
seeing but
hate seeing, yeah.
I have to see him
have
because
to see
there's too much to manage. I can't do it without you.
Right.
Thank you.
Devin, do you get a day off for?
Yeah, the weekends.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then until she asks me to go pick up prescriptions for her and this and that.
That's embarrassing.
Everybody, it's America. Everybody's on some sort of medication. Come on.
You can cut
This
that, right?
this isn't Gwyneth Paltrow in the Goop. Okay.
I am not all natural. Sometimes, I need a Xanax or a Klonopin or something to sleep because I will wake up in the middle of the night. I did this the other night. I thought to myself, oh my God, they're putting up that. It wasn't a pony wall. It's a full wall in the bathroom. And we're going to make a water closet there. And I was like, that is such a waste of space. If I do sell the house, it's not the I'm sorry, I can't say that anymore. The primary ensuite bathroom is not going to translate beautifully in photos if we have this big water closet, and that it was just all wrong. So the guys were framing that particular area. So I drove over there first thing the next morning and said, please don't kill me, but we got to redo this. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm paying for it.
Right.
But
You're
at the
the
end of the
boss.
day, it's going to look better. And I know that
Yeah.
because I
Aesthetically focused.
was going to say, I just have like a good eye. And then then I almost said, what is it? Straight guy for the queer eye. What's the name of that show?
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything.
Ask
What else
the
do I
gay.
hate? I
What's
hate.
the third thing?
Oh, now this kind of goes back to the whole doctor thing. I hate when I'm smarter than the subcontractors.
Oh, that's a problem.
This happens quite a bit.
Oh, all the time. Like yesterday or the 2 days ago, you made a whole new like wall / gate and then put a door in. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have enough wood for the frame.
Correct.
And so they're like, okay, well, I guess I have to go back to Home Depot. And Shelley's like, no. Wait. We have a door frame in our garage that we're not using. Use that wood,
Right.
trim it down, make it so it's a jam, and then now you don't have to go to Home Depot and spend like another $40-$50.
Yes, and time. Time is
And-
money.
and time.
It's like, come on. And I think they knew that door frame was in there.
But you had to spell it out for them.
So I'm always like,
Un poquito.
it's not just like eye on the prize. It's like,
The vision.
no, it is. It's like I have to be vigilant at all times. I think that's the best way to put it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I don't want to just focus on all the things that I hate about home renovations. Some of the things I do love, and we talked about this briefly earlier, and this is maybe a little ego, but I do love that we were the hottest house in LA on our last house
Oh, yeah.
for that week.
You did an amazing job.
That means we got the
designing.
most clicks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Say that again.
You did an amazing design on Dustin too. Like it was really well done.
And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little older. My hearing is.
Devin did. You did an amazing design.
So did Devin.
Right? That was actually the first time I met you.
Yeah,
Shelley.
when you invited me over and I went to the house, I was just like,
Yeah,
wow,
and I did that all. I did that
yeah.
all by
It was
myself.
impressive.
I know.
That's when you were still just doing my hair.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I think when I got there, you invited me. Devin was actually doing your hair, right? You were
See?
comparing a photo shoot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw Dustin.
Yes,
Yeah.
Full
yeah.
circle.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing I love about it. I do love like the end results, the beautiful
The
photos.
staging.
It's fun. It's like
yeah.
all this hard work finally came full circle and to fruition.
And I love that you get it. Like a lot of sellers don't get it, or developers, that staging, the small details are so important.
It
Yeah.
is.
Because when I got in the
Photos.
house, you had already done it. I'm like, what? Like that's unique. Usually I walk in, it's like half done, it's a mess, and they're like, oh, it's ready to sell. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
And I guess the final thing that I really love about doing it is I don't want to say I love to prove people wrong, but I don't think anyone, they saw the potential in the Post and Beam mid-century modern home, but I don't think people see the potential in the house we're working on now.
Yeah, it's a much harder challenge.
It's
absolutely
so
huge.
much more challenging. But we figured it out. We figured out how to work like the lowest level as like a complete guest quarters. It's 1,200 square feet. It's going to be, I love saying killer. I'm just going to keep saying it. It's going to be killer. It can be an area to entertain. I was going to say party. I need to be professional and say entertain. And then the top level, I feel like the space is like now maximized as good as it could be with a big giant pantry. We're going to put a nice big island there.
Nice, yep. The best part, the outside, you're transforming it into a Spanish.
We are, which is possible because it is a stucco home.
Yep.
And I've got great framers in there who know how to do the cove ceilings. They know how to do the archways. They're on it.
The roof tiles are amazing.
Yeah, the tiles are beautiful.
Yeah, and the roof line had a unique pitch that looked like similar to Spanish home. The asymmetrical A-frame on the side where you can put a big window now. Yeah, no, it's great.
It's going to work.
Yeah.
The original architect just didn't see the vision. You two see the vision.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, you have to see that.
Yeah.
That's an artist. I'm not saying you're not an artist too. You're a hair artist.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
That's artistry.
You're teaching me a lot.
But we need to also incorporate some Italia into this, and then we can wrap up the podcast. And that is like, I got so much flack for going to Italy, but we had a great experience, even though we were exhausted and traumatized at times. But we just saw the windows get loaded into the container.
They're in a shipping container waiting to get on a boat.
They are coming soon.
Okay.
And they are...
The boat takes like, what, 2 days?
Oh, baby.
It's like a speedboat.
I think it's like a 3-hour tour, like Gilligan's Island. They should be here pretty soon.
That trip that you guys did was so spontaneous. Like when you told us that you were going to go for materials, I was like, there's no way. There's no way they're actually going to do this.
No, that's how I roll.
And you guys literally were like, we're out.
That's how she does.
That's what
With your hard hat and all, right? You were going to wear your
the whole time.
Well, I put us in Delta
But
1, which is their first class with pods.
She said she was going to wear the hard hat on the plane.
Yeah, in the pod.
Yeah.
You know,
That would have been very. That would have been
That would have
conducive
been
to
amazing
sleeping.
to see, though.
never know when you might hit some turbulence these days. Wear a hard hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Italy trip actually turned out to be beneficial because
You saved a lot of money on those windows versus getting it at the last place that you got for your current house.
I
Like,
did.
I'd say like a third of the price.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're really gorgeous.
And they are.
And the craftsmanship, I mean.
Oh,
yeah. And Carlo.
Bellissimo.
I think Carlo was a little maybe on the fence about how specific I was with the exterior color of the aluminum for the house, for the windows of the
Sage
house.
green.
And then he's like, oh my God, with the black interior and the green exterior, he's like, they're stunning.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see him.
I know.
I can't either.
Well, even to Shelley's house, it's kind of like that.
These are better though.
Well, of course they're better with that 360
Yeah, I know.
circle window. So it's on the top floor. And as we all know, it's built into a hill. So when you walk in, that's the top floor. You go down, but as we know, the kitchen is on the top floor.
Right.
And it's a 360 circle. So like if you need to clean the outside, you don't need a pressure washer on a ladder. You just flip it over,
No.
That's so
wash
cool.
the outside, flip it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's dope.
Yeah. 'Cause it would be hard to clean those windows there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the framing may be a smidge different, but I've got, like I said, some great framers, and they said not to worry. They've got it.
It's amazing.
Because it's their. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. That will be for the next podcast of like how the stucco, the lip has to meet the window perfectly when you get in a high-end home. These aren't just like retrofitted windows where you got this big, wide base, and the framing can be a little off, and you just pop it in.
Right.
You know what I mean? This has to be dialed in perfectly.
Of course.
Custom. Yeah. This house is
Custom.
all custom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you keep it or not.
I know. I
Dun,
love that
dun,
aspect.
dun.
I don't know. I really don't know.
But it's going to come down to the end, right?
Yeah.
But it will come
How
down
are
to
you
the
going to
end.
reveal it? Have you decided?
I thought
You
that
told-
was your area of
I know. I mean,
expertise.
definitely got to be on video.
Well, you told me I can't list them both at the same time because they'll be in competition with one another.
Yes.
So
Potentially.
we'll just have to figure it out. I think I'll know as time progresses
Right.
what is the best fit. We'll see.
And then you have to have a fun reveal. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly.
Then you decide.
Yeah, because like I said, I really love my own house.
It's gorgeous.
But
I would live there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's great.
and I gotta make money. I like making money.
Maybe you'll live in one, Devin live in the other.
I
How
might
much
take
is your mortgage at the Corralitas?
Oh my gosh, it's so cheap. I should have just. Well, my accountant said you didn't pay it off already. I was like, why would I? My APR, I refinanced during COVID and or the pandemic, and it's like 2.875% is my interest rate.
Wow.
Whoa.
See, that's why
It's
you
like
have
free
to
money.
hang on to that house.
Yeah.
It's not free money, but it's almost free money. My
Yeah.
money's making more in the market and in other ways than if I would just pay. I think it's worth maybe between. I think I could get an easy 2.2 for it.
Oh, easy, if not 4.6.
And
Because of all the landscaping you've done, how actual big the property is with the backyard, the little chicken coop, it goes down. Like she has an amazing property and the views. Even the makeup artist today said like, whoa, these views are killer.
I know. Yeah, a lot of people like the house.
It's gorgeous.
I won't have a problem selling it.
Well, of course.
But why? My point was just like, why would I pay it off? I think this might be TMI. Like I owe $600 on it still, which is a lot in mid-America for sure.
Right.
That's like the cost of a house.
Right.
Well, you could a
Yeah,
lot more.
A lot
Yeah.
more.
But like with that APR,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that because
Kind of a no-brainer.
yeah,
great, yeah.
yeah.
They call them the golden handcuffs.
Really?
Yeah, when
Keep
you have a
you
really low
locked.
mortgage, yeah, that's
Why would you pay it off?
Yeah,
I've never
why would-
heard that
yeah.
term before.
yeah, because some people are stuck in that house. If they go sell now,
And then you
With
can
new rates, yeah.
and then you can you can write that off also, that you have a mortgage.
Yeah.
I'm not
Your
an
interest,
accountant,
yeah.
but yeah, that's exactly right. I think we hit it all, you guys.
that is not
This was
financial
awesome.
advice.
Right,
Consult
yeah.
your own accountant.
There you go. Yes, these are all opinions.
Yes.
Is there anything else anyone wants to add before we wrap? Besides, we're all going to make some money,
And
Yeah.
me talking more with a lisp.
And you talking more with them.
and I need more of a limp wrist.
Do you need like an outro
What's that? A what?
or like
An
you wrap
outro.
it up? Yeah, intro and outro, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
outro.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, no, this was great. Thank you for having us on.
You're welcome.
This amazing show. I can't wait to see this house
flourish.
flourish,
Yeah.
evolve, see if it goes to you or to a new owner. That'll be really exciting to see.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this part, and I think this is a good way to button this and end this.
Okay.
I already had someone from the school say they would give me 4.
Whoa.
For the new one?
Oh, that's a good sign.
His
Wow.
wife loves the house.
She saw the house in person?
Not yet.
Okay.
I said it was Spanish, and he's a physician, so they could probably swing it.
Okay.
I don't think it's necessarily a done deal or going to happen.
Right.
But it's nice hearing things
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. That's
It's
a great
nice
sign.
And you
knowing
explained the multi-level nature of it?
everything.
Oh, nice.
I've said, but I also said all the positives, like
Of course.
how close it was to the reservoir.
Yeah, that is a big
School district.
People love that.
It's 0.5 miles from the school.
Yeah.
I
No,
see
there's a lot of
people
good-
like riding their bikes
Yeah.
and skateboards to like pick up their kids when I pick up the girls.
we call it the house. Do you have a name for it?
Ivanhoe.
You've been calling it Ivanhoe?
Ivanhoe.
Yeah.
And then we just call my house Corlitas. It's just
Yeah.
the
It's the
easiest.
easiest.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Ivanhoe in its final state.
Yeah.
Right?
Me too.
Yeah.
We all are.
Right? It's due what? It's going to be ready next month?
Oh, yeah.
Just teasing you. Sorry, that's a mean.
Back to the 4 mil. When we initially started looking at the house and doing the nitty gritty stuff, I told Shelley I was like 3.6.
Oh, good times.
Well, that would be about 1,000, a little less than 1,000 a square foot. And in that neighborhood, you normally get about 1,100. And it's going to be completely, like, not just gutted. Everything I put in there is going to look top notch.
Yeah. But most importantly, you're focusing on design.
Of course.
Because in Silver Lake, it's really important. It's not just square footage.
Oh, no, I know.
It's the design. And you get it. That's what,
The framers are already making arches in
Yeah.
some of the places that didn't have arches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are
No,
adding
you're
the
putting
character
a lot,
back.
A lot of detail.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, character. Yeah, it's...
Like gorgeous windows, like we keep talking about. We got
Everything.
this. We got this.
Nice.
We got this.
Yeah. So now we're ready to hit this house on HGTV, right?
Or Bravo.
Oh, bravo.
I
Hey,
mean,
we're shopping, right?
I mean, we're shopping,
Right.
but I think it's going to be a slam dunk. So you better act fast, folks.
Right?
Nice.
Better jump on this fast.
On that note.
We're moving fast.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
How do
you.
we end
Thank
it?
you.
Do we do like a fist pump thing?
I
Is
guess.
Or
that's
like a-
weird?
Do we do like a...
What is that?
That's
Woo!
like baseball.
Yeah, like
Everybody
team.
puts
But I thought it was
Oh yeah, go team.
1, 2, 3,
Go
go
team.
team.
Is it just team? Go team. We got
Go
it.
team
We got
Ivanhoe.
it. We figured it out. We're good. We're selling these houses, whichever
It's
one.
happening.
It is happening.
happening.
There you go. I
All
like
of
it.
us.
Yes.
And we're moving really quickly now. So it may not be next month, but I can see the house being done easily by September. I'm not joking.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because we've done the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
As long as we beat, mid-October or
I know.
November for
I know.
sure. Yeah, I told you.
I know.
We talked, yeah.
I know.
It will be a good spot.
Yeah, the holidays are bad.
Oh gosh. Yeah, nobody wants to spend money on a house. They're getting Christmas
They're getting
presents or
Christmas
Hanukkah
presents.
presents
Yeah.
or Kwanzaa or whatever. We live
Right.
in Los Angeles.
There you go.
Or they're
yeah.
busy and
Traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, travel.
all of it.
Yeah.
Ramadan.
No, that's not during Christmas.
It's the New Year's Day though.
This year, it is now.
Yeah.
Because it moves every
it
year.
moves. But
Well, my mom always said, because she grew up with a Muslim family, that like Christmas isn't her holiday. Ramadan is. So we always just celebrate New Year's for mom.
Oh.
Christmas is for dad, yeah.
Okay.
And I am wearing a Quran on my necklace.
No way. Whoa.
So,
Oh. You know what you're talking about.
a little bit.
sort of.
He did the little hand gesture like...
Dr.
A
Devin?
little
No,
bit.
no?
Yeah, Dr. Devin, Dr. Shelley, who?
All right.
Oh, you
a
too.
wrap.
Yeah, that's
a
right.
wrap.
We did it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll say bye to everybody. Bye.
See you guys on the next one.